loves, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mal if you're new here, and let's go ahead and get into this video, you guys, because this is a long one, but I really spent a lot of time getting together all of my favorite soft, beautiful brown contacts for you guys. I'm going to be trying on brands like Amara, DimpleColor, Desio, Solotica, Just4kira, ColorCL, and the list goes on and on. If you want to see any of the lenses, I will put all of the details in the description bar. I also have discount codes for most of the brands that I'm mentioning, so go ahead and check the description bar for all the discounts as well, because I'm not going to keep saying them every time. Just know that if the lenses are featured in this video, they are one of my favorites, and I definitely have quite a few favorites. Please excuse me if I run out of like descriptive words to describe them, because they're kind of all very similar. Now let's get into the first pair, and this is in no particular order, but we're going to start out with Picollo Brown. Picollo Brown is a caramel brown, and it's absolutely gorgeous. DimpleColor creates these lenses, and DimpleColor as a brand has very comfortable lenses, which is one of the reasons why I wear these often. They're comfortable and they don't have a strong opacity. They're a little bit kind of transparent in a way, so they will mesh with your natural eye color to some extent. I've seen photos of them on people with darker features and darker eyes, and they look more of a hazel, so keep in mind that they will change how they look depending on your eye color and your skin tone. But this is one of my favorites at the moment currently because it gives just a soft, lighter brown effect to my eyes. One thing about the LUNAR collection from DimpleColor, which is what these are from, is that the pupil is going to be a little bit larger. So it is going to allow a lot of that natural eye color to peek through that pupil hole. If you don't like that, then you may not want to go for something like this, but personally, I find it very flattering in this brown shade. Moving on to a daily contact lens that I really love because they're comfortable and they give just a little bit of brightness to my eyes. This is Toffee by Amara. Being that it's a daily lens, it's extremely easy and comfortable. I can just throw them away at the end of the day, and this is the tone that I personally have been really enjoying. Very similar to Picollo Brown, but I would say these are a hint or two lighter. Now the daily lenses can get a little bit pricey, but it's all your preference. I still find them to be some of the most comfortable options, so that's why I tend to go for them. This one as well is going to have a larger pupil space, so you're seeing more of that natural brown eye color to kind of shine through, which I really don't mind when it's a brown contact lens because my eyes are brown anyway, so I think it looks very natural. These have no limble ring, they're very subtle looking, and yeah, I just think they're gorgeous. But let's move on to kind of like a dupe or a cheaper alternative if you like these two. Here we have Crush Brown. Now some people might call these hazel, but I still am going to consider them a brown. When I'm tanned, like right now, they tend to look a lot lighter, but in the winter months, they actually do look more like a very cool toned brown on me. Now this one does have a limble ring, and something about the Crush collection makes the eyes look very glossy and shiny. I really enjoy that. I think it really draws a lot of attention to the eyes, and for being such an affordable contact, they do look pretty natural in my opinion. You're getting that starburst pupil hole, and Just4kira are usually yearly lenses, so a great value. Moving on, we have Foxy Brown. Now Foxy Brown is so similar to that last one that I tried on, but these are again from DimpleColor. The tones are very similar, but I actually feel like Foxy Brown looks a touch more artificial. Now you're getting a tighter pupil hole, so less of your brown eye color is peeking through, and there's a transitional shade around that pupil hole that is kind of like a warmer brown color, and then they have the limble ring. With this pair in particular, I feel like I need to be dolled up, I need to have my makeup done. I don't feel like I can really put these in when I'm wearing no makeup or on a natural day. Just something about them looks a little bit artificial when you get up close. That being said, they're still a gorgeous lens, but I do think that Just4kira Crush Brown is a great dupe. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Just4kira contact lenses are comfortable, but I do find that I have to clean them very thoroughly. Otherwise, they can sometimes almost like sting a little bit in the eyes when I first put them in. It usually goes away after like 5 minutes, But yeah, I do really need to make sure I clean them thoroughly with solution. Now, we have in SL29 Brown, and another favorite. I'm gonna keep saying that because I do genuinely love all of these contact lenses, but this is probably close to the top of the list. I think the Limble Ring is very natural looking, it enhances the eye in a gorgeous way, and it's that beautiful toffee caramel shade that I just love. So those are definitely one of mine that I wear often. Now, if you want something a little different, we also have Neala Brown from Just4kira. Now, these are unique in the sense that they have a navy Limble Ring, and it's almost not noticeable until you get right up close. Like right now, you can see that navy Limble Ring is just making that brown pop. The inner center color is more of that caramel toffee shade, and these are more of a translucent contact where they're not going to be super opaque. They are going to allow a lot of your natural eye color to peek through, which is why I think they tend to look very different on everyone. When I say they're going to look different on everyone, I kind of relate it to when you're wearing a lipstick and maybe your friend who looks a little different than you also puts on that same lipstick and the color totally changes on them. It's so interesting how that happens. You know, our bodies are all very different, but that's something to keep in mind when it comes to your lenses. Now let's move on because I now have in Desio Deep Brown, and these are actually a fairly newer launch from Desio. They are smaller than some of their other lenses, so these are now a 14.2 millimeter lens, and I love that because they are comfortable. They are not so enlarging, and yeah, I just find that it's a much more comfortable fit for my eyes. Not only that, but the color is stunning. Very beautiful, rich brown. For me personally, this is another one that I would wear every day, and I think they just enhance the eyes in such a stunning way. Okay, now we're gonna get into the next shade, which is Natural Colors Agata, and this is kind of like the competitor for Desio. These are from Solotica. This is a great comparison because they are very similar, but you can see that Natural Colors Agata is warmer, it's deeper, and it's more of a rich, kind of almost cinnamon brown shade. One thing that I love about Solotica is that they give you an intense transformation, even with the darkest of eyes and the most subtle of shades. This is something that I've noticed, especially after trying so many different browns. Really, when it comes down to it, there's nothing like the intensity that Solotica can give. They really can transform even the darkest of eyes. So with this color, Natural Colors Agata, I think it's gorgeous, but it's not one that I reach for so often simply because it looks so similar to my natural eye color. Jumping into the non-Limble Ring version of pretty much the same color is Hidrocor Agata. So you'll notice there's no dark ring on that outer edge. These are also by Solotica, and what I love about these is the color is just stunning. Now to me, these look a few shades lighter. I like that about these because the tone is very beautiful, and again, we need to talk about that opacity because that's one of the things that always draws me to Solotica. You really will get that eye transformation while wearing their contacts. Now, let's move on because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love Solotica contacts, but my favorite line is the Aquarella collection, and that's because they are much more comfortable than the Hidrocors or the Natural Colors. So in my eyes right now is Tupis Brown, and this is from the quarterly collection, so they're about 3 months. They are perfect for everyday wear. I feel like these are comfortable, I can wear them, they look stunning, they're almost the same color as that Hidrocor Agata, so they look very stunning, they give that little bit of brightness. These are actually the contacts that I wore for my wedding, so I feel like they kind of have a special place in my heart, but very closely you'll notice some details in these lenses that make them appear so realistic, and that's one of the major selling points for Solotica. Out of all the contacts I've tried, personally, I feel like Solotica are the most realistic. But let's move on because I already have Manhattan Brown in my eyes, and this is from DimpleColor, a very comfortable, beautiful, warm contact lens. These have that gorgeous chestnut tone that I think is really striking to the eyes, and honestly, I think if you wanted to mimic something similar to my actual eye color, this would be a great way to do so. But the question is, are they going to be transformative on a darker eye? I don't know because I've never tried them on other than with my own eyes, right? So I can't tell you. I would love to know in the comments if anyone with dark eyes has tried these and what your experience was. Let's move on to the next one because Biscuit, you guys are really gonna have to look closely. This is pretty much the same contact. Like, these look so similar to each other, but Biscuit by Amara is extremely comfortable. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I can't tell you why, but I like these better. I really don't know what it is. I feel like tone-wise, they are almost identical, but something about Biscuit is just a little bit more beautiful to me, and when I put them in, I like the way that these look more. You'll have to let me know what you think in terms of Manhattan Brown versus Biscuit. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see some of these comparisons because they are so similar. Like, all of these contacts look almost identical, but hold on, because we have another. We're trying on Lili from Diva. Now Lili, if anything, I would say is a little bit less of that warm reddish tone. I'm getting just a hint less of that, and if you look very, very, very closely when I do my eye close-ups, you'll notice some lighter flecks in Lili, which are giving a little bit of dimension to the lens that I don't notice in some of the others that I've tried. So if you look closely there, you can see just some lighter kind of streaks to give a bit more dimension. These are also gorgeous. I wear these all the time. The only problem for me with these ones is that they just don't last that long. I think they're 1 month lenses. So yeah, they expire quickly. I've already bought them twice. Now, if you want a more affordable option that is going to last you about a year, then Bliss Cafe is for you. Bliss Cafe is by ColorCL. This is one of my favorite affordable contact brands, and they are my favorite because they literally are under $20, you guys. You get 1 year wear for under $20. These have a very subtle little limbo ring, gorgeous warm brown detailing throughout, and you're getting that dimension, so it's not just kind of like one flat color. I'm noticing some hints of lighter brown, a little bit of that chestnut brown, and then that slight limbo ring that almost has like grayish brown effect. Again, I think these are such a great affordable option, and they really do look stunning. So the last color I'm going to try for you today is called Sunset Brown, and these are by DimpleColor. You'll notice that I'm featuring some brands more than others, and it's simply because some brands have more beautiful browns. DimpleColor is one of those brands that has a lot of options that are gorgeous, deep browns that still give a bit of a transformation. Now, these ones are an opaque contact, which I like. My only hang up with them is the pupil hole is very harsh, and I'm not sure about the details around the pupil. I think it could just be a bit softer and it would look so much more natural. But overall, a stunning contact. I think that they're very beautiful. I just think up close they could be more realistic. We have finally got through all of those lenses, and now I want to get into some detailed comparisons. So here's some side-by-sides of the colors that I think are the most similar and what my preference is between the two. Pause if you need to analyze because I'm going through this quickly, but I actually prefer Crush Brown, great affordable option. Now between Agata and Deep Brown, I'm gonna say Deep Brown. Personally, I love the color. Tupis Brown and Hidrocor Agata, you know I go for comfort, so it's Tupis all the way. And if we're talking about Biscuit and Manhattan Brown, it's Biscuit for me. Because these three are also similar, I had to include Lili, Biscuit, and Manhattan Brown, and I'm still gonna go for Biscuit. When it comes to choosing my favorite lens and the ones that I wear the most, comfort tends to trump everything. Although all of these are natural looking and all of them are beautiful, I tend to reach for the ones that are the most comfortable on an everyday basis, just because who wants to wear something that doesn't feel good? Now, if I mention them in this video, I do actually wear them, so I can't say that anything is too crazy uncomfortable, but some definitely are more comfortable than others. So let's talk about the absolute favorites that I have. I'm just gonna quickly rattle off 5 because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all of these options, but my 5 favorites would be Picollo Brown from DimpleColor. I absolutely love SL29 Brown from Just4kira. Tupis Brown is one of my absolute favorites. It's been my favorite for years. Lili from Diva, and I also really love both Biscuit and Manhattan Brown. Keep in mind that any of the lenses I try on, they may look different on you depending on if your eyes are darker or lighter, if your skin tone is darker or lighter, or even how your hair color looks. Don't forget to check out my TikTok and Instagram for more videos and short form content from me. I like to take little kind of quick videos and post them on there, especially about color contacts. So check that out. I'll leave my handles down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video, on what your favorite colors are. And I definitely want to continue doing this style of series, so maybe hazels will be up next because I have so many favorite hazel contacts. Let me know what colors I missed as well. So like if you have a favorite brown that I didn't mention, I want to know what it is because I might want to get it. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video and take care. Bye! Single on the body,